Today's going to be fun. Flameo hot people, and welcome to another new series. Gitabaku has blessed us with one of the newest entries of Shonen Jump Plus. Namely, it is... Now I can actually turn on the music. Well, yes, actually, this series is Ghostbusters. Well, to be more precise, the manga is called Ghostbuster Osamu, and doesn't have any connection to the Ghostbuster you know, at least as far as I know. And as you can see from this cover, Osamu is probably the young girl in the cover herself. The art style is quite cute in my opinion, and I like that we are getting more female protagonists in these newer manga. Now, I'm only waiting for manga that play outside of Japan. Most of us probably have at least some expectations for a series with Ghostbuster in the title, but seeing this term being used instead of exorcist or shrine maiden is quite interesting. After all, those two terms are way more common in Japanese stories. If no ghosts are gonna be busted in the first chapter, I will be disappointed, but with that being said, let us take a look at a summary of Ghostbuster Osamu. Vengeful spirit is a mass of emotions that clings to this world with a grudge. In the growing modern world, vengeful spirits with various grudges were born, and there were also exorcists who specialized in that particular field. The wild, shitty big emotion that the exorcist Osamu faces is a fangirl? She loves anime and manga, and she calms raging spirits down. A gag series featuring a contemporary exorcist. Well, just as I expected, the summary instantly switched from the word Ghostbuster to an exorcist. I guess Ghostbuster just sounded nicer for a title because we've had a lot of exorcist stories already. But let's ignore this for now, as the premise is actually quite intriguing. Exorcist stories are not rare, just think of Jujutsu Kaisen and Twin Star Exorcist to name two newer ones. But here the author pulled a fast one on us. This is a gag series, so it will be light-hearted even with ghosts and vengeful spirits being the focus. The first question is, will this series remain a gag story? Even Dragon Ball and Katekyo Hitman Reborn started out as a gag shonen, but they shifted over to become a popular battle shonen. Maybe Ghostbuster Osamu will go through a similar evolution. Another important factor the summary revealed to us is that while we might see classic demons in yokai as well, times have changed. In the current time, people have different struggles, which mean there will be different or completely other vengeful spirits. Just think of recent problems in the internet culture, and then convert them to ghosts. I think this concept will be really funny, but there might be a problem because of differences in Japan and the rest of the world. Cultural differences might be a problem for this manga if we read it and are not Japanese. Not that we can do anything about that, and because we watch that much anime, we probably know a bit about Japanese culture at least. But I would still love to see a ghost about cancel culture or something like cultural appropriation. Now, here is your warning, because I will now consume the first chapter, and everything after this point will contain some spoilers for it. In the description you can find a link to read the manga, if you want to experience it yourself first, but I will start in this very moment. This has to be the first chapter I enjoyed the most out of this entire new series ever. I genuinely laughed and smiled throughout the entire chapter. The facial expressions were amazing, the plot of the first chapter was both interesting and funny, and most importantly I felt like I could be a part of the story. Osamu is a great main character. For us animanga fans, she is relatable as hell, being scared of interacting with other people at school, trying to use the same strategies she uses in manga conventions to get through crowded places, and her visible love for manga in general. This girl instantly found a place in my heart. She is just amazing. The second important character is a gal, a gyaru. The classic popular girl in a school, the complete opposite of Osamu, but she is still open to understand her interests. Impressive characters like these two are not something you can find in every manga, especially after just reading the first chapter. And I can tell you, after the next chapters, it is only going to get better from here on out. Also, just like I told you, ghosts based on modern struggles are hilarious. In this chapter, Osamu had to deal with a vengeful spirit about shipping a certain pair of characters. Ship wars against ghosts are not something I thought I would ever read about. In case you don't know what shipping is, it is the process of taking two characters from a story and saying that they could be or should be a couple. The ship part comes from the word relationship. Now I'm starting to imagine ghosts being vengeful about power scaling, never receiving a second season, or if their favorite story ends on a cliffhanger. Ghostbuster Osamu, you surprised me, and you are going to take the top of the ranking. If you didn't check out the manga yet and waited for my opinion, please give it a chance after finishing this video. Currently there are only about 11 chapters I think when this video comes out, but I will enjoy them and look forward to every new chapter that is either released weekly or bi-weekly, I'm not too sure at this point. What a nice thing to happen, and this is why I love reading new series. If I just stayed with the old and proven, I would have never experienced modern writing and found incredible artists and writers. Everybody needs an Osamu in their life. The way she talks about her passions is incredibly cute and fun to listen to as well. I for sure would love to be friends with this shy geek Ghostbuster. Holy, imagine meeting a ghost angry because their theories didn't turn out to be true. Just in the animanga scene alone, there are so many toxic people you could potentially make fun of. This series can go on for quite some time. And once the author is done with the weeps, they can go over to the J-pop and K-pop fans, maybe even to completely other topics. But seeing Osamu fight against these kind of spirits will be a lot of fun, and maybe she will even develop and come out of her shell a bit more. Our gal can help her to become friends with other people in school and other things as well. I can't wait for these perverted weep spirits to lose against Osamu. This story had a great start and no one can tell me otherwise. With that, I mean, please share your opinion about the first chapter of the manga Ghostbuster Osamu in the comments down below. I will answer all of you because sharing joy makes everything so much better. Until now I only said positive things, but let me at the very least say one negative thing about this manga. The battle scenes weren't as action-rich as you might wish, but that is because Gitabako obviously made the decision to make this a comedy gag series. Even the battles focused on funny expressions and putting a smile on the face of the reader. I am very happy this manga is in Shonen Jump Plus, so that I don't need to be as scared of the X coming for it. However, now let me come to the score of Ghostbuster Osamu. First of all, I want to change the score of Skeleton Double. In my opinion, I was a bit too generous with the points because it was the second manga I talked about in the series. Instead of 8.5, I will put Skeleton Double at a 7.5, and Ghostbuster Osamu will be our new number 1 with a nice 8 out of 10. Our list continues to grow with every week. Is there any placement you are unhappy with? How does your personal ranking look for these new series? Tell me all about it. But for today, that's all from me. I will, however, already tell you which series I'm going to talk about next week. It is called Just a Goblin on Webtoon. So if you want to get ahead of me, why not check it out already? All that's left to say for me is, this has been Pyro Primer. Stay happy, stay healthy, and most importantly, stay cultured. If you want to hear about another series I talked about on this channel, check out this video about the first chapter of Skeleton Double. It is very different than Ghostbuster Osamu, but as the previous rank 1, it is a good story. That much I can guarantee you. So, what are you still doing here? Go over to this video. I will see you there. Bye!